For much of Jo Inkpin's life, the world saw a man. But the Anglican priest privately fought with the reality she was female. And in 2017, Jo came out to her Brisbane Anglican community and the parish her wife was a rector at.
Is religion about transformation, which a lot of us believe, or is it about order and keeping people in boxes?
4 years on, her visible transformation has been life-altering.
I know myself as truly loved by God, whereas before I felt myself as if I was, there's a question mark. And that's an awful thing to have, especially as a minister. Jesus invites us to share in this divine way of creative transformation.
Dr. Inkpin was already a priest when she came out. So when Jo became a minister at Pitt Street Uniting, she became the first trans person to be inducted into an Australian mainstream church.
There was sorts of tears of joy as well, and a lot of joy of coming home, really, I think.
Her wife, Reverend Penny Jones, was one of the UK's first female priests.
We're not just filling the pews, but we're up front and sharing our gifts. That's terrifically enabling for other people, I think. And it challenges, desacralises, as it were, the sort of idea that certain people are called to powerful positions and others, just have to follow on. Give us courage.
While Jo says she was supported, she says trans people like her are often spoken about rather than with.
We become a political football in many cases, so being highly visible, therefore, been drawn into some of that. So it's been a little bit exhausting.
In 2019, the Anglican Diocese of Sydney, which makes rules for its churches, passed a doctrine statement on gender identity. Blurring the distinctions between male and female, or seeking to present one's sex as contrary to one's biology, is an attempt at self-creation that involves a denial of the biologically sexed body that God has given to us.
It's a credible ideological statement, really, which sort of ignores the experience of people like myself and medical expertise, professional expertise, and the cost of it is terrible for people. It reinforces the shame and exclusion and the pain that lots of people feel because they don't feel as if they're properly accepted by God.
Challenging our preconceptions and calling us to ever-surprising love.
And that makes her move to Sydney even more poignant, because currently she wouldn't be inducted as an Anglican priest.
Sydney particularly has got a very strong conservative reform tradition, so it hasn't yet accepted female leadership and doesn't have that ethic of equality, so that's a big problem in itself.
Jo says her gender was never raised when she went for the Uniting Church position.
We own the progressive strand of Christianity to encompass those who sometimes struggle in other church traditions. They're not recognised properly for who they are.
This church endears me greatly because it's open and receptive to people of all walks of life, no matter what.
I think she'll bring great energy, great depth of understanding of theology, but also of social issues.
Just to know that there's somebody like me, what a difference it makes to know that someone else is like that, and to see us represented in public space is really huge.